Well, this is my Raspberry Pi 3, and this is the case that it is in. This is what I normally use, and I was recently sent this case right here that is inside of this box. Can't really show it to you because it's all sitting inside of here. But this company ended up reaching out to me, and they asked, hey, can you check this case out for us? I said, you know what? Sure, I have a few other Pis that need cases. I'll at least throw one in here. So I figured it would be fun to, do a quick build of this for you all and kind of give my impressions and overview of the case right here. So normally for my Pi cases, this is like a $7 case or so. It's just basic enough. It's literally, it has feet at the bottom, you slap everything onto it, and it works out well enough. I've used it for a few Pis. Now, this is supposed to be a lot nicer. It's supposed to be, aluminum, it has a fan. So we're going to do the comparison. For double the amount of money, is it worth it? Let's check it out. Alright, so this is it. We now have it all installed, so I'll kind of give you all a bit of an overview of it. On this side here we have, our power in, HDMI, AV, if you want, the analog type. Of course, here you have your network and your 4 USB ports. Right down here you have GPIO, which I don't ever use, aside from, this is the first time I've ever used it to hook up the fan in here. And then, of course, you can pop your flash card in there. Now, my overall impression of it, so far I have to say the instructions were pretty on point, except for one thing right here that I noticed. So I love that they actually, include the little screw on here, screwdriver, excuse me. But right here, it shows, you're supposed to install the fan in the top shroud. Well, it wasn't 100% clear with that. I kind of had to play around a little bit, but there are little tiny washers that it comes with. One of them is right here, if you all can see that. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put the fan in there, put the screws on top, then put the washers underneath the fan, and then screw everything in. So that wasn't fully detailed there. You have to figure that out yourself. But aside from that, hooking up the fan is easy enough. Getting everything popped on there is easy enough. And thankfully they gave me extra things because you, if your package is like mine, you should get, let me focus in there, one extra long screw, one extra washer, and one extra black short screw. That's not pictured here because I actually lost one of them while I was building all this, so thankfully they end up giving us extras. But I had no idea that the little decal here was just supposed to go on top of that, which is nice. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to be as modular, as you'd like it to be. Really, the main thing with that being, if I want to take all of this apart, well, actually, I still can. No, never mind. I was thinking that you'd have to actually unscrew the fan, but you don't need to. You can simply, unscrew the 4 screws on this side, if you all can see. Unscrew the 4 screws on this other side right here, take everything apart, disconnect the fan, and the fan itself will stay connected inside of here until you rip this out and unscrew it yourself. So overall, I'm actually really impressed. It's a really sturdy case. I do want to get a sound test of it though and make sure my I/O and everything works properly. So let me give that a shot. Alright, so HDMI seems to go in there just fine. No real surprise with that. Just testing any type of input right here. Let me bring it alongside this way. hooking this up. USB works fine, no surprise with that. Ethernet seems to be fine. Let me also try out, I'm not going to use the old analog AV, but let me try the power. Pretty much the most important part here, obviously. And let's also go ahead, plug this in right here, power. And awesome, power gave me no issues. Alright, let me also flip it over to this side right here. As you can see, the power light comes on, that's green. And I just have a RetroPie image installed on here, so that's what I'm going to be trying out. So I can clearly see the LEDs there, which is nice, so any type of activity you're looking for seems to be okay. Let me also look on this side. Yep, those lights are all flashing, so if you're wondering for anything that might be obstructing your lights, everything looks okay on that. As for the actual fan itself, because this is one thing I questioned, for the noise, I'm going to move this up close to the microphone, and let's try and pick it up. So you're getting a very slight hum from here. So really I'm going from complete silence to a extremely slight hum. Really nothing that's going to bug me if I have this hooked up, since it's, you know, RetroPie machine. If I have it hooked up in my living room across the way, it's not going to bug me at all. I'm not even going to hear it. Like, even if I'm quiet right now, I really have to try and listen to it. It's nothing that's obnoxiously loud, which is nice. So the nice thing is with that, if you want to do any type of advanced gaming on here, advanced emulation, so to speak, or even if you want to try to overclock it, you could be a little bit more comfortable using this right here, since you have another source of, well, a source of cooling on here, as opposed to just, you know, nothing on that in a plastic case. Since this is aluminum as well too, I'm sure it's going to handle heat a bit better. But overall, you know, I have to say, when I looked at it, because this is about a $15 case. My previous one was about a $6 or $7 case, and I have links down below for both cases in the description in case you're interested in getting one or the other. But here's the thing, if you're wanting something a little bit robust that you can throw around, like if you're going to put it in your backpack, run around with it, whatever it might be, and also if you're wanting something with cooling on there, and just, you know, you have one Pi you really want to focus on, this is actually a pretty awesome case, I'll tell you that. I'm impressed with it so far, and it sounds silly, I'm kind of impressed with the case, but no, I'm happy with this thing, I really am. When I first saw it, I was thinking, oh, you know, okay, it's kind of a cool looking case, and it's going to have, you know, it will be an aluminum case, but no, I'm surprised with, you know, it was pretty easy to put together, aside from, you know, the fan instructions right there. The build quality is really nice on this thing, everything fits pretty flush on there, which I've had issues with on some cases. Not this one though, and the fan especially. The fan makes me feel a little bit more comfortable if I'm going to have this running for long periods of time, and on top of that as well too, it's going to keep the Pi cooler, so there's nothing wrong with that. So would I recommend this case? Yes, I would. Right off the bat so far, just trying it out, I would definitely recommend this case. So if you're interested in checking it out, there's going to be a link down below for the Amazon page where you can buy this from EleDuino. I believe that's how you say their name. I didn't get a enunciation of it directly, but that is everything that's in the box here. So again, thank you. Just want to say, and I will have, you know, this notated down below in the description, and I've mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but EleDuino actually sent this to me, more as a review unit, I guess. They did not pay me for it, so my impressions off of this, it's my own. And I'm even talking about this considering if I spent $15. If I spent the $15 to get this case, I would be happy with it. This is a case that I am happy with, so I would recommend it to you all. Again, if you want to check it out, link down below in the description. EleDuino, thank you all for hooking this up. Very much appreciated. I'm going to be playing some games on here now. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, a like would very much be appreciated. If you absolutely hated it, a dislike is fine too. Thank you.